If you could start, I saw this online, so I can't take credit for this.
You can take credit for it. It's
okay, I take credit.
People have been taking credit of YHH's scoops for the last 48 hours.
And photos.
Yeah.
If you could completely erase your memory and watch a TV show for the first time again, so you could experience it again, what would it be?
Oh, shoot. That is a really tough one, dude.
I love TV.
That's what I was just thinking,
a
too.
great question.
That is such a tough
one. You've never stumped me like this.
Like, to see something live for the first time, I think it might be The Sopranos. If I could do The Sopranos cold again.
I feel like it's like basically like what's your favorite show? But like there are some shows where it's like nice to like keep rewatching them.
Well, the Office would be the easy answer.
But like, do you need to see The Office for the first time again? Because I think if I wait 3 years and watch it again, it's just
still
as funny.
just as funny. Yeah.
Where like there are some shows, I feel like drama shows are like better for that question. Like, I mean, I'd probably watch One Tree Hill again for the first time because I love that show.
Followed up with little Dawson's Creek.
Or Vanderpump Rules. Those are my two
God,
answers.
stop.
Honestly,
classic.
I would love to forget Vanderpump Rules and watch it again. I love that show.
What?
Yours is like some classic.
Are you caught up?
The Sopranos and mine is
Vanderpump Rules.
I am, yeah. The new season comes out soon.
I mean, I don't even...
With all the new people.
I don't even know anything about TV lately. Like, the only show I've watched in a year is Shoresy. And that was to get me through like the 72 hours after my dad died. So I actually really wish I should watch that one over again because like in spite of my circumstances, I was dying laughing at that show.
That's how you know it was a good one.
I know.
Got you through those
that was I was like,
days.
I'm gonna count on this and it worked. But I like, yeah, I gotta go back. I gotta see it again.
People like that show like more than Letterkenny, I feel like.
I never even heard of Letterkenny. I somehow stumbled on Shoresy and
never heard of Letterkenny.
I was in love. I think I went back and tried to watch Little Letterkenny after Shoresy, and
it's like, a little more dry. I feel like
I don't need that.
Oh, Letterkenny is the driest.
But Shoresy is a spinoff of Letterkenny.
No, I know.
So
I've never watched
it'd be like
Shoresy.
The same. But I think Shoresy is a little less dry. I don't know. I've never
You're
seen
probably
both.
right. I think you're probably right.
Okay,
but
because Letterkenny. I stopped Letterkenny in the middle of the opening scene because Laura was out of town and I knew she would want to watch
like,
it.
Yeah,
we're
gonna
I gotta stop.
We need to go back on that.
But the line that I love from Letterkenny, actually it's a little inappropriate. That's it. We'll skip it. We'll skip
it. Do you like Letterkenny?
You know what? Not anymore. It got too much for me.
Old.
And the unfortunate part is that Jared Kiso was so clearly funnier, more talented, better at comedic timing than every other cast member, but it felt like he wanted every cast member to feel invested. So there were spin-offs with like Tanis, who I did not think was a funny character. Squirrely Dan got a little old for me.
Oh, there are spin-offs like within the show?
Well, like certain characters would get their own focal point episodes and they could not measure up to Wayne because I think Wayne is the funniest character out of all of them. So
I think I literally do. I read something that said like Shoresy was more like well received than Letterkenny even was. Like,
probably appealed to a broader audience.
Well, if you haven't watched Shoresy,
I've watched the beginning of Letterkenny and I couldn't get into it because sometimes dry humor is just not for me.
You couldn't get into
that's
the
coming from someone who
monologue?
loves I Think You Should Leave. But like I feel like I like things I don't know.
See, like Napoleon Dynamite I had to watch a second time.
Napoleon Dynamite is hard for me to watch.
Like the first time I watched it, I wondered what was happening. Second time rolling off my chair.
I still think Napoleon Dynamite is one of the great cinematic triumphs of the early 2000s.
Now I agree.
No bullshit.
It took me 2 watches.
No bullshit.
Hey, but there are movies that I think are like that. Like Hot Rod, I think is like the best movie on the planet.
And I'm not fully, I think it's funny, but I'm not fully in the boat on
So
Hot
it's
Rod.
like, I think you just have to watch something with the right people and like 14 times to think it's funny. Like I think Master of Disguise is like the funniest movie ever and it has like 1% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's a very Kayla thing right there.
But if you watch it like with someone and you have like jokes, you know, it gets funnier.
I don't know. My favorite line from Hot Rod is, "You who shitheads."
I like when
I love Danny McBride though.
I like when he says, "You look pretty Denise, and then she says, what? He goes, I said you look shitty.
Good night.
It's so good. And when he's trying to hold his breath underwater, and he's like, don't let me up, even if I flail. And then they're just like holding him underwater, and the bell he's using, like the string falls off.
Maybe I gotta watch it again. I don't remember that at
So
all.
funny. We can watch that on our movie night.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Just put a bunch of movies back to back.
New year, new movie night plan.
24-hour movie
Wait, what's
night
the other new
marathon.
Someone gets back their groove.
Stella gets
Stella
her groove
groove
back.
back.
We could do like a Kickstarter where people could donate to our cause. A 24-hour movie marathon stream.
Kickstarter.
Kickstarter.
We don't need sponsors. We just need a Kickstarter.
Guys, from now until
Just
March,
need
I'm
a
not going to have a
Kickstarter.
full 24 hours available because I'm always going to have a practice or a game somewhere in there.
Oh.
Yeah, you're about to ruin all of our fun by being.
All of our
It feels
movie
like-
marathon.
You guys, I was
fun.
thinking of wearing Christmas pajamas to this pod
Why?
because it just kind of feels Christmassy around.
It's November.
It
but
feels like you
it's
could
the
wear
first
pajamas.
Week, it just feels like it's the first week of hockey, like all around, because it's just like everything's rolling pretty much except the P-Dub. The 15As started. Like
Okay.
everything just feels good. We had the parent meeting last night.
How's that going?
You guys, I had I had a presentation. I had Google Slides.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
PowerPoint.
A PowerPoint.
Yeah.
I did death by PowerPoint to the parents, but I did it at the brewery. Told them to show up 45 minutes early, get 2 drinks. I came in
There
in
you
the
go.
nick of time, gave him the PowerPoint. So I think it was received well, but like that took a lot of energy to appear really well organized to 40 parents or whatever.
Little smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, so
before the
today my
season gets
brain's
started.
fried.
Okay.
One PowerPoint and you're done. Season's over.
It's just beginning. That's why I was saying I was thinking about putting on like Christmas pajamas because I'm feeling so like excited right now.
For Christmas.
Just for hockey. Like the beginning of the season feels Christmassy. Feels Christmas
Feels like
Eve-y.
Santa's coming. In the
Yeah, it
morning.
just feels Christmas Eve. Yeah, like what's left to come feels like Christmas. It's like Christmas Eve right now feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
I always feel like at this time of the year, I feel like my world is about to like crumble, but that's just me.
We have like 6,000 hockey games to go to between now and May.
I'm like, oh God, I don't have any free time. You know, I've said this before, but I would literally sit on my couch like for the whole day if I could and just do absolutely nothing.
Well,
And I don't
here's
think some people
the
work
thing.
like
That's
that.
not true because I was Googling some Wham scores. Did you know?
Oh,
Did Kayla
yeah.
score her first goal?
Snow Mercy is in second place in the C3 division with 4 points. They are 2-1.
Oh yeah.
They have 12 goals for, 12 goals against, and Kayla has 1 assist.
I want to know when
I
you score
do
your
have an
first
assist.
goal.
Also,
I played forward in my first game ever this last time, and I'll play forward this Sunday. So I'll try to get a goal for you.
the Snow Mercy is the only team with their logo
Oh.
up.
That's because of me, because
Yeah, I
I'm the
said
team
that-
manager and I know how sports end.
That also sounds very Kayla.
Other than the Mutts beating the Loons 7-2 on Sunday night at Brooklyn Park, that's all of our Wham news for this week.
Wait, is your team started?
We played we're like
wait,
3
what's
games
your
in.
team name?
The Mutts.
Oh, the Mutts.
We're the
I don't know
Mutts.
why I didn't know that. I do have a logo. I need to see
Yeah, we've
it.
got this cool dog thing.
I was assuming it would be a dog.
There's bones. There's bones on my.
Oh, I love
See,
that.
I have like 3 uniforms that have bones on them.
You have the skeleton one?
We've
Is
got
that
the
count?
ribs.
Yeah.
And then we've got the Mutts. And then, of course, my onesie is Bones from Pumpkin.
Hey, there's no way around. On top of the mound, I'm queen of the mountain. My cup running over. I already told ya, I'm moving fast. You live in the past.
And then we just kept talking about Hot Rod and
Wham scores.
Bad Boys 1 and 2.
It's a hockey pod. I'm trying to bring hockey news.
trying to bring hockey news.
She's trying to get us away from the nonsense.
Yeah.
Trying to
She's
get us
all
away from
business.
Did you
Jossie's
know
all business.
All the time.
You've never said
All
anything more
business.
ridiculous in your entire life than Jossie's all business.
You know, like
I'm
how
very businessy.
you know
Get
how
outta
like a
here.
mullet is like a party in the back and a business in the front. Hers is just a business.
It's just business all around.
Business 360.
Business 360 24/7. It's 24/7
That's how I would describe her.
365. Hey, can we
Is there any other way that we can that it's 100% business?
what
Dedication.
I thought we'd already
Pure-
established that you're not 100% business.
No, she's always all business.
She's
all the time.
always all business.
She's like capitalism to a T. Like she just wants everything done.
Oh, she's got the
That's why I'm
American
so-
flag on
You guys,
her
it's
hat.
Veterans Day.
It is Veterans Day. Shout out to all the vets.
But that's why I'm so tired at the end of the day every day.
'Cause it's
from being
Veterans Day?
No, from being all business all day long. From standing on business.
You just mentioned mullets. Can we establish the fact that the mullet mustache trend for men should just die at this point?
No,
Wait, there's
I
a
think it's
mullet
over.
mustache? What is that?
I think it's
I
over.
like modern mullets on men.
I think it's over.
Wait, you talked about a mustache?
Yeah, like mullets and mustaches.
I like
think it's
modern
over.
mullets.
Okay.
And I'll put that on a t-shirt. I like modern mullets.
My son's had a mullet for
Modern
years.
mullets.
Alex, my brother, had a mullet, and I told him he should go back to it because it was like a modern mullet, which is like it's not fully short on the sides, but it's short, and it's like longer up here and long back here.
Do you have the little racing
looks so
stripes on the
good.
It
side?
slays.
It does. It depends on the
Joe
person.
dirt me all
Depends on
day.
the person.
I think the trend is over. The trend is
Do you
over.
want it
Yeah,
to be
the trend is over, but
Yeah,
Oh.
I do.
I
want
think
it
you'd
to
be
over.
okay with a mullet. You should try a mullet.
I thought about it when I still had
Bring
the,
it back.
the long hair, but
it's back.
you know.
The mullet is back. It's
I
like
don't
the
think the
McRib.
mullet's back. McRib is
It's
not
like the
back. Is McRib back?
It was back.
It
like
was?
6 months ago.
You guys
It's
ever?
like always back.
You guys ever watch American Dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, they go to that play about Abraham Lincoln, and it's supposed to be this dramatic retelling, and the dude ends with McRib is back.
Mullets are just super niche, like hockey community.
Yeah, I think so too. But
So
I
it's
also
like they're
think
still nouveau if you're like a Pee Wee AAA kid or something.
I'm also one for like not going with the trends and going what looks best on you. And I think some people look good in mullets and some
Yeah, some
people
people have-
do not.
I 100% disagree.
You think no person on this earth looks better with a mullet? What
One
about
time
that
I
kid?
did an
What about that
Outside
kid?
of the mullet king himself, Mr. Billy Ray Cyrus. No.
What about that kid from
What kid?
Hibbing
What kid?
that was on the New York Times cover?
The hell
He
was
looked
that?
good with a mullet.
That
from
was
the
like
state tournament.
excessive.
That was a good mullet.
Like rink rat.
Was that Ethan Sunval?
It was
no,
the kid
it was
on
some kid.
from Hibbing, right? Wasn't he from Hibbing? He was in our Friday Night Ice game. Jace.
Jace.
He looked good with a mullet. Like it fit his face.
Jace Kamsula.
Yes. And it was like a real mullet. That was a real mullet.
Yeah, like it's shaggy.
Yeah.
Well, and it was also dyed.
Yeah,
Like,
it
it was highlight blonde.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. I did an undercut once, which is like the female opposite of a mullet.
True.
Yeah. Okay. You
Did
want to do it
Also
like
again?
very
it?
niche
You gonna do it
hockey
again?
community.
Did you like it?
No, I didn't. I
I
didn't
think-
at all, really.
Yeah. I think I should do that just because my hair gets all ratty.
I know. I did it out of convenience.
Yeah.
And I thought it'd be like easier and it was more maintenance.
That's what my sister said too. Like you have to shave it
and
down.
then growing
so
it
often.
out sucked too.
Yeah.
So then I just felt like
And it gets
terrible.
itchy.
Yeah. I don't recommend an undercut.
You do not recommend an undercut.
No.
Okay. I used to do the old undercut for men, like the shaved sides
That's,
and like the longer on top.
Fade,
No, it's not a fade.
isn't it?
No. Well, it's a fade on the sides and the back.
Oh.
When I think of a fade, I think of like a real black barber shop, like a temp fade.
Oh, what's the? Never mind.
There's a barber
I
shop.
can't think of any words.
There's a barber shop on Maryland Avenue that does fantastic work, and all of the posters in their window.
You think you
are
could
of-
get a modern mullet there?
If I asked, yeah. But I would also, if I was going to get my haircut in my neighborhood, I would go to King Milan's barbershop on University because Milan is one of the greatest human beings I know.
Do you get your hair cut by them?
No,
Oh.
I go to Gent on Grand Avenue. Gent cut my hair after a very dark period of my life, and I've been going back ever since.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I love this whole segment about haircuts.
About haircuts, we've spent 18 minutes talking about haircuts. Should we talk a little hockey?
Yeah, let's talk a little hockey.
All right, Takeover Tour, the PWHL's Takeover Tour is back like McRib, and it is expanding to new cities. The new cities include Chicago, Dallas, and Washington, D.C. in the United States, Calgary, Halifax, Hamilton, which is in Ontario, and Winnipeg.
All right, so 5 cities are double stops.
Yeah.
That's not typical. In the last 2 season Takeover tours, there were not double stops, if I recall.
Which one are the double stops?
They
So
weren't.
Chicago, Denver, Detroit, Edmonton, and Halifax, which some project could be
Future spots.
yes.
You think the double ones, like, because they're like checking?
I think. Well, I would say Denver's like a pretty good, solid. I think we can just put that as that's already locked. We already know Denver's getting.
I would
one.
almost say they're like going back to see if, like, because there's like a lot of hype for the first game. So like if they go back a second time,
I think. Well, so in Denver, they've been to each of the 2 tours, and it's in between the West Coast and Minnesota. So to me, it feels like that's a lock.
Yeah, for sure.
But Chicago seems new to the list, and that was one of the first cities that I talked about, like when we first started talking about expansion a while back.
Yeah.
And Abby Murphy is going to be in a draft year this year, so I find that that's going to be a high likelihood. They just built a new rink in Rosemount, Illinois. That's going to be used for some of their other like local pro team practices, and the Chicago Mission use it. Perfect rink, $38 million rink for.
Hold on, the Mission are leaving Fifth Third Arena?
Yeah, they're going over to this new Rosemount Arena.
You're telling me that driving in downtown Chicago traffic in the evening wasn't an easy sell, considering all the players come from the Chicago suburbs? Wow.
Well, and I didn't even get that deep about it because I was looking at regarding the P-Dub, and I guess it's foreshadowing potentially Chicago making a good bid for a team because they're going to have the amenities, they're going to have what they need probably.
Well, it's such a big market too. You can't ignore Chicago.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
Market.
But also now that they're expanding east to west coast, they need to have a few more stops midway. But I would imagine they might go 2 U.S. and 2 Canadian because the two. I think they keep it even probably.
Yeah, I think it all depends on who's got space. Like the Ottawa Charge, there's scuttlebutt right now that
they might lose a
team.
team.
They might lose the team.
So here's what we talked about a couple weeks ago with the rink. I guess I'm not like keeping track of their legislation, but whatever's going on, something solidified this week. Something passed. Somebody voted for something, but that kind of further finalizes this rink being Ottawa's home rink. It's like 3,000 fewer seats than their average crowd or something.
The drop in capacity, this is from The Athletic, the drop in capacity is at the heart of the PWHL's issue with the project. Amy Shear, the PWHL's executive vice president of business operations, has told the city council the current arena has a capacity of around 8,500 fans, while plans for the new arena call for 58. Oh my gosh.
Well, essentially what they're saying though is
capacity of
as part of this plan, like the plan, they already know based on what's passing that it's going to put them under. They're going to bankrupt themselves. Okay. And so they kind of already know that they're going to be out of there.
Okay.
So we'll see. Maybe a team moves. Maybe there's not even a full 4-team expansion, but I kind of speculated that Boston was going to get scooped too going into this season, but
based on arena plans?
Kind of, yeah, just based on their logistics and stuff, but that didn't happen, so
not yet. Everything's in flux, though. I mean, considering the financials and the real estate in play here, I don't think that you could peg any PWHL franchise as like, oh, yeah, they'll totally be in the same place in 10 years.
No.
I don't think you can guarantee anything.
But I think it is a good time for an expansion if you do want to continue to build the fan base. I mean, I think they do need to be looking at kitschy stuff like Abby Murphy's going to be a draft year, and this is going to be a town where she can build a fan base, and maybe that's not something they would have otherwise considered, but considering what the sport's trying to do and the league's trying to do, I'm looking forward to seeing who they choose for expansion cities. I
hope that the PWHL, if you talked about kind of creating a niche, I would talk to some of the people in the USHL in places like Sioux City or Waterloo, Iowa, where they have crafted these diehard fan bases in football and basketball territory. And they've done it, number one, they've been around for 35 years, but they've also done it by really leaning into the community and making it a community thing. Every game is like one big Rotary Club meeting for people in Waterloo, Iowa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for the backup, guys. Appreciate that.
That was
we
really
both just say, yeah.
That was the most dramatic.
Super
silence.
good.
I was just gonna say that we really care about sponsors, so I wanted to say that
Oh, do we?
DoorDash was the sponsor of the Takeover tour.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
at least it's something new.
Yeah.
It's not like Maybelline or something. Actually, Maybelline would probably spend more money, so maybe they would rather have Maybelline. United States-Canada Rivalry Series continued with a game a couple of days ago. USA 6-1 over Canada. Hillary Knight's hat trick and Layla Edwards' goal and 2 assists carry the United States to a second victory over those plucky Canucks from up north.
Okay, so that further solidifies that Canada should probably be kind of worried, but I think they really were doing a lot more like looking at the depths of their roster in the Rivalry Series first 2 games here. So maybe that helps explain the kind of lopsided.
They're saving their best lineup for when they move the games up into Canada.
Or for their Olympic roster, because they're going to go to Canada on the 10th and the 13th to Edmonton. So maybe they'll reduce their roster size. But again, USA won these 2 Rivalry Series games kind of handily. Each game, USA produced a hat trick scoring player. I think the last time USA had a hat trick scoring player was years ago, Heisey, several years ago. So it's been a long time since Team USA has been able to have some big scoring games out of these players.
Yep.
Over the course of the 2 games, it's kind of the story of Knight, Murphy, Heisey, and Edwards. They all had 3, 4, and 5 points, basically, respectively. But they kind of stole the show for Team USA. So a lot of the production's coming out of those 4 players. More about the story. The shots really were close, so 32-30. Power plays, the United States only capitalized on 2 out of 4. Canada only 1 out of 3. So maybe some room for improvement right there for sure Canada. But even the United States, 50% gets more.
Yeah, I mean, I think with power play and penalty kill numbers, you just need more of a sample size to truly glean how good a team's special teams unit are. Like 2 out of 4 is 50%. If you average 50% on the power play for the entire season, then I'd say your power play is pretty damn good. But for one game, especially in a game against a team like Canada, you got to capitalize on those power plays, which 2 out of 4 ain't bad.
Yeah.
We got preseason starting in 2 days, too.
Well, yeah, so there's a lot going on at the national level of hockey leading up to the Olympics, but the training camps for all the PWHL teams are also they also got on the ice this week. So there is a lot of excitement at that high level of hockey right now for these people, these rosters. A lot of the same girls also. Nurse was injured. She wasn't playing in the Rivalry Series this week.
Okay.
They're hoping that she'll be able to get back.
If she's ready for the Olympics, that changes the dynamic of their team.
Yes.
Like crazy.
Yeah, they're hoping to be able to roster her.
Okay.
So anyway, Team Canada, they're struggling right now. Look like they're in trouble, but it's not too. It's certainly there's a lot of hockey left.
Yeah, let's remember that the Rivalry Series is a series of exhibition games. This doesn't have a real bearing on how the teams are going to fare at the Olympics. It's a good way to drum up some interest in the women's teams, and it's always fun to see Canada play the United States. So.
Well, and right now, a lot of the European players that will play for their respective European countries' Olympic teams are in Europe. They're centralizing a little differently than Canada and the United States are. So if you look at some of the benches at the NCAA, they're missing some of their key European players. So again, the Rivalry Series is a nice way to keep up with the Joneses if they're going to be over there on their Euro tours. Although I'm usually bitching about the Rivalry Series.
Why?
Well, I'd like to see it be like over the past couple years and next couple years. I'd like to see it as an opportunity for more girls to try to break in. Like, let's see some of that next level of girls. I think I was talking this past couple weeks with like Jungles, for example, because he's affiliated with the DIII girls program. But let's start to give some of that group of girls a shot and see what they do. Like, we know Edwards is good, we know Izzy is good. But we've got to be able to see what that next level of play is going to look like. And again, we've talked about this a bunch on our pod, but like, we don't know that Heisey's not going to go have a baby. We don't know that, what would cause a woman to like bail out. How do you replace these players if they do have something in their life come up that's not hockey? And right now there's girls that just literally never make a roster ever. And there's not a valid reason. It's the same names on every roster let's get some more people in the mix. There's plenty of players that are capable of playing at that high level.
I think from a development standpoint, you're right. Like, I agree with everything you're saying. I think it would be a hard sell, though, to try to get fans to come out if Taylor Heisey's not on the ice. I'd be curious to see a breakdown at a Frost game. How many of you are here to see the Minnesota Frost, and how many of you are here to see Taylor Heisey? Because she's the face of the league, and they got to sell tickets at some point, right? It'd be like going to see the Penguins in the early '90s without Mario.
But at the same time, for example, like we go to Gopher Camp this summer, and I interviewed 40 8th grade girls, and almost none of them knew any of the girls on the Frost, but they go to Frost games.
But they know who Taylor Heisey is, though.
I mean, I asked a number of them who their favorite Frost player was, and they were like, I don't know any.
Oh
but
my
they go to
gosh,
games.
There are a lot of,
depressing.
but that's not depressing because there are like little girls. I feel like there are a lot of little girls that like to go to things and don't. Really
Yeah, like they're
know.
going to the games, but they're not
I would do
privy
that,
to the roster.
as
Yeah,
a
like
kid.
they want to wear the jersey to the game. They want to be at the game.
They just
Their team
they just
is
like
there
the
and
game.
stuff. But yeah, but they're not like following an individual player per se.
But if they're following an individual player, then they would check in on an away game for the Frost because they want to see how that individual player is doing. If the only
But
thing
wouldn't
that
they
they're,
like the team though? Like, wouldn't they do that if they liked the whole overall team?
I check on the Maple Leafs because I like Austin Matthews. I
Yeah.
don't check on the Maple Leafs because I give a crap about the Maple Leafs. I don't want you to have to bleep out too much in this one.
I don't bleep out those.
But
Peter, there's
if-
just biological differences between boys and girls.
Well, I'm aware of that. Don't let my Bay Area, California hat fool you. I'm aware of that. But I'm saying if
Sounds
you're
like the Olympic Committee's picking this up.
if you're a fan of the team or the player, then you're more likely to follow them during away games. Whereas if you just like going to the game, then you're only going to the game.
Well, I mean, I can't talk for all of the fans.
Basically, liking players is like good for their marketing, is what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying
Yeah,
you
no,
got-
you're not wrong.
I
There are
think that-
people
yeah.
that
If you
want to
should-
go
if-
to see Taylor Heisey.
But I think like little kids is not necessarily your market that you're trying to. They're not buying the tickets. Their parents are. So like,
But
the
little
parents
kid-
are
li-
more
but-
likely to know who's on the team if they go.
But
But
if they're
how-
buying their
okay,
10-year-old a ticket,
from-
they're going to take them whether it's Heisey or so-and-so
That's what I
on
mean.
the roster.
From
Like
a
I think the
parental-
parents know the names more than I just think kids aren't as likely.
But from a parental standpoint, how often do you buy stuff just for your kids because they want to do something, go somewhere, or play with
Literally
something?
everyone at the PWHL game, in my experience, like sitting by them, because I sit by these men every time that they're the same men because it's their season tickets.
I have an idea.
They
of
don't
the
bring their
men-
girls half the time. They just go themselves.
I'm going to talk to you off air about this because I took photos at a Frost game and I happened to sit by a pair of gentlemen and I
Sit in the
thought
corner.
that they were the most annoying human
They're
beings.
they're way too talkative.
I will say that I prefer the crowd at Frost games to the crowd at Wild games.
Yeah, they're so nice. Everyone's super encouraging there.
The crowd at Wild games is
I've never
Oh,
taken
oh my
pictures there, but
no, I just mean like going as a fan.
yeah.
And hearing people second guess the coaching staff. Like, you work at Edward Jones. Stop.
That's like when
I'm
I
pretty
went
sure
to,
the guys know what they're doing.
when I was taking pictures for the girls' state tournament, and there's this kid in 11th grade in their student section talking behind me to like, she's really not good, and I'm like, you're sitting here, like, why are you talking about this girl in the state tournament? Like, I just was so annoyed. Like,
You and I get angry at the same things. That's how I know we're friends.
Well,
That's how
yeah,
I know.
no, I think we've just I think we've just uncovered the elephant in the room, which is hockey fans are fucking annoying.
I would say sports fans are annoying.
yeah,
yeah, I was gonna
if
say.
they're too invested in the sport, they're gonna be.
Well, that's what I was
annoying.
saying. If I put all the like a label on all the hats I wear related to hockey, fan is not one of them.
I do. I'll go to a.
I'm not annoying.
If I get tickets to a Wild game, I'll go. If I get tickets from somebody, Like,
Yeah,
it's-
yeah. I
and
wouldn't buy them.
I go for nostalgic purposes. I used to go as a child.
No,
but
see,
I'm
I am
not
a mom
like-
of teenagers, and I do buy tickets. Like we buy Loons tickets. I couldn't
That's
tell you.
yeah.
I
That's
couldn't-
so different buying them for your kids because I would so much rather watch stuff on TV. I'm like
Mac will go to Loons
not a
games all by
in-person-
himself.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
mentioned that before.
Yeah.
I
And
give him a
Ubers.
lot of credit for that.
I
This
know.
weekend I dropped him
I
off
know,
and
I
picked him
love
up.
that.
So
Well, I know a lot of grown adults are like,
Wouldn't
it's
go
too
anywhere by
close to
themselves.
Universal. I'm scared.
That's a
yeah,
sketchy
just tell Mac
location.
not to go lingering around on University.
Well, tell them not to hang out at like
The Aldi
Midway
across the
Books.
street.
But yeah, maybe not there, but Allianz is
Stay
fine.
near the Uber drop-off.
Yeah. See that big
Self-preservation,
balloon
dude.
statue that Peter loves so much?
I hate that thing. I'm so mad that they
Stay
put it
there.
We can't get a working pharmacy, but we can get a tin, aluminum, whatever, shiny metal loon.
That thing does look good.
I kind of like it too, but
You guys are both wrong.
I like
You're
statues.
both wrong. We do have prose poems that were written for the Seattle Torrent and the Vancouver Golden Eyes. I don't know if these existed the last time we discussed this.
I
am
don't
so annoyed by these torment.
I don't want to hear them. I heard what they wrote about the logos. Jossie did send me that the ice rink has a logo in the center and it is not have the words around it. Which
So she
pleases
now
me
she likes
immensely.
it.
Okay.
Because that's more of a logo.
But these are on the PWHL website. So
All right,
don't wanna
if you
hear
think
their-
any of
I
them
don't wanna hear
are
them.
like works of poetic art, share them.
Yeah.
If not, let's just.
And if you
Talk
do
shit about
share
the
them, you
author.
have to read them like in a very dramatic. Like
I don't
you're
know
like,
who the
slam
author
poetry,
is. I just-
slam poetry, slam poetry, slam poetry.
From the glaciers to the sound, we push through limits. I sounded like Tracy Jordan there from 30 Rock.
I love that.
Liz
Have you ever-
Lemon. Have you guys ever listened to like real slam poetry?
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Oh yeah, it's
Slam poetry is awesome.
if their poem is good, it's
If
good.
if the
they're
poem is
reading
good.
their poem in that voice and it's not good, you're like, whoa,
I've never heard of
ooh,
it.
get off the
of
stage.
slam poetry, check out Button Poetry on YouTube.
It's basically reading their own poems in like a very theatrical
Yeah,
way.
I'm into that.
Yeah.
We should get into that.
It is.
That's
so
our
cool.
next segment. We're each
Next
gonna write
rumpus time.
Slam
slam
poetry.
poems,
Yes.
Slam
but
poems.
it has to be about something hockey.
Wait, can
related.
somebody like teach me how to write it though? Like in high school.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
I took a poetry class in college. I got you, dude.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know how much more pro news we got. We're just entering
Yeah, we should-
preseason.
Yep.
Regular
We're
season
moving
starts
on to-
next week.
The next segment.
Yeah, we've got NCAA coming up with Olivia King.
Hi, Jossie.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Thank you. Welcome back to you as well.
Thanks.
Happy Veterans Day.
Yeah, it's Veterans Day. Do you have any veterans in your life?
My grandparents, my grandpa, my great grandpa.
Nice. Nice.
My brother's in the military right now.
What unit? What branch is he
He's in the
serving?
Navy.
Ooh.
Yes. And what about you?
Well, my grandparents were in the military. My first husband, my kid's dad, was like a full career military.
Nice.
For a while, I was pretty into it.
You're a military wife.
I was a military wife. Like if you go back in my Facebook profile pictures, like so many years, or whatever, like there's like a bunch in a row that are like these stupid like animated memes about military spouses and shit. It's just like so cheesy.
No.
Like I stand by my man and stuff. Like legit. I was like the best military wife. I was the leader of
Dependa.
I was the leader of the family readiness group.
Oh, wow.
And then I became the board member of the association. Like I was like from the show.
Was
I was-
that your job? Like, did you have a job?
No,
or
I
were
was
you
just
just
like
a dependent?
volunteer. Yeah, I was like, if your husband's in the military, you could just like be a volunteer.
So you're just a mom.
I was just like a mom volunteer lady. Actually, no, I didn't have babies yet, really.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
even better.
I know.
That
It was
sounds like a dream
He was like,
life.
I know, it was great.
Why didn't this work out?
I was on the poker circuit. Put it this way, I was. It was not a bad time, but he's long gone. Anyway, I still highly value our freedom and the people that made sacrifices so that we have it. So yeah, happy
Yes,
Veterans Day.
ma'am.
Thank you to the veterans. Shout out to the veterans, for sure.
Shout out.
All right. Nobody really wants to talk about women's hockey, but I've been studying it up for like days. So I have a ton of stuff I want to talk about.
All day.
Where should we start? Let's start in the WCHA.
Yeah, last weekend. We have 2 games to talk about. 1 series.
One series. I'm calling it the Bubblegum series.
Interesting.
Did you get a chance to see the unis?
Oh, yes. The
So
pink.
I've never seen a girlier hockey game in my life.
I like it.
I mean, I gotta say I kind of like it as well, but I was like, as soon as I turned it on, I was like, what am I watching? Before I realized that obviously Bemidji was wearing some sort of specialty, presumably breast cancer.
That's what I would assume. They were very bright.
It was like so bright. Full socks, full jersey, pink and white. I mean, looked like bubble gum. But then they're playing St. Thomas in their away jerseys, and St. Thomas went all purple for their aways. So if you're watching a face-off in this game, I have never seen a girls' or women's hockey game where it's pink versus purple.
That's actually
Ever.
so cute.
Never seen it in my life.
The pink was so bright.
It was bubblegum pink. It was
I
Barbie
liked it.
pink.
I appreciated it.
Yeah, I have no problem
It's
with
different.
it. It was so surprising because there weren't that many games on. Normally I would have probably popped on to a different series that weekend, but that's the only series on, and I've never seen that kind of color scheme matchup.
No.
Anyway,
Something.
the bubblegum game, the series was a split. Now, I kind of thought St. Thomas would have both.
I'm kind of disappointed in that.
But that's kind of now like that's the second weekend or more in a row where it's like they're struggling on that second game.
Yeah.
So,
The first game, they won 5-0 on Friday. And then the second game, they lost to Bemidji 2-1. I was very surprised by that. I think St. Thomas, as of now, with so many years of their recruits in there, like they don't have any Division III girls left. They should be taking home sweeps.
well, you'd think that. Now, they did go to Bemidji, so there's probably some factors there. And also, Bemidji is scraping the bottom, so they're going to just play their hearts out when they can and at home, too, because it's tough for them to squeeze points out of this league.
Yeah.
But I agree. I mean, we want to see St. Thomas pull out a full weekend for real. And actually, that series awarded 3 WCHA Players of the Week, obviously the only series. So Riley Bartz was recognized, Janessa Gazdick was recognized, and then for Bemidji, Caitlin Grass. So goaltending, and actually that's the theme of the week. There's goaltending accolades up and down, D1 and D3.
Yeah.
But
And on Friday, St. Thomas and Bemidji had like about the same amount of shots. So for St. Thomas to score 5 goals, I think it shows a lot about them.
Reflects.
Like they're actually shooting and
well, they have
scoring
goal
goals.
scorers. That's the thing.
Yeah.
St. Thomas is full of goal scorers.
so that's nice. And on Saturday, St. Thomas had 28 shots, Bemidji had 15. So Bemidji obviously, they had a good goalie weekend, and hopefully that'll continue into the rest of the year.
right.
Because I think if it does, they can pull out more split weekends like that,
Yeah.
and kind of surprise us a little bit.
Right.
But that just depends, because they really would need games like that where you're making 30, 40 saves and keeping it close, like a one goal game.
And there's only a couple teams they'd be able to hope to kind of do that with.
Yes, exactly. But it is crazy to think that, like, I know it's so early, but they have one more point in the WCHA than St. Cloud.
Yeah. I was going to say, I mean, it's just so critical for teams like St. Cloud and St. Thomas to get these points. And so good for Bemidji, obviously. Obviously,
good
it's
for
good for
them.
the game. It's good for the league. Just keep it competitive. And
I do think Bemidji's on the up and up. So,
well, everybody in the WCHA is, the level of play just seems like it's getting more competitive. But to make it onto these teams is tougher, I think, than it's ever been. And the talent level is higher.
yeah. And I know despite what I may say sometimes, I'm always rooting for Bemidji because they do take those northern girls more than any other team in the WCHA. And I love to see that, and I love to see those girls out there because they do give those people a chance.
Yeah, they have a place to play somewhere and showcase, and actually they're strong and tough, and like they play a little bit of a different game than like Erie Edina Hornet that goes off to Wisconsin. So it is fun to see that. In other Division I, in the AHA, RIT upset Colgate, so that was kind of exciting. They split that series. Colgate's in the top 10. RIT is not supposed to pull up a split there. And then Delaware took Brown to an OT game. So Brown won the first game of that series 3-0, but Delaware came back and gave him a run for the money. This is Delaware's first season, so that's something to note.
Yeah, and Brown is 13.
Right, so Brown
polls,
is like
so
so that was like a big deal. Princeton upset Clarkson. Uma had a shutout. Uma Cornea had a shutout on Friday night.
Edina girl.
A little Dana girl. And then in Hockey East, Josie Lynn is just, let's see, they didn't have their Player of the Week announced in Hockey East yet today when I was looking this up, but Josie Lynn is one of the highest Minnesotan producers in the Hockey East League. She's got 5 points. She's probably like 13th or something. There's a lot of players ahead of her, but she's the highest ranked Minnesotan in their stats, points. And then in the new high, Ella Holm is one of the leaders in points, 8 points. And she's playing for Sacred Heart. So a little bit of D1 excitement.
Cornell and Penn State are both still undefeated. Cornell only has 7 games.
Yeah, they're still playing.
Penn State has 12.
Yeah, Penn State, they had a similar season last year where they're just kind of stampeding through. So that looks really good. Quinnipiac and Clarkson played to a 0-0 tie one night last weekend.
Wow.
Is that like
Quinnipiac is
so
7.
annoying?
That is annoying. Did they do a shootout?
They did, and it was still a 0-0 tie.
That's terrible.
Actually, and
That's when you keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, Quinnipiac has the NCAA's leading scorer, Kaylin LaMarche.
Yep.
So with Abby Murphy scoring hat tricks for the Team USA, Kaylin LaMarche was able to surpass her. I think they were tied until this weekend. So
That's crazy.
yeah. So Abby's gonna have to kick it back into high gear when she gets back.
And that won't be surprising.
Yeah.
Definitely will happen.
Well, speaking of which, let's see what our series look like this weekend.
Yeah, so Bemidji comes to Ritter, and they play Minnesota. Actually, they play at Mariucci on Friday. I don't know the last time that the Gophers played at Mariucci, but that is for their field trip game.
Oh, so all these schools come and
Yes.
stuff? Oh, fun. Okay.
The game is at 12
Okay, they're at
on
noon.
Friday.
Yeah, and everybody else is at 5 and 6. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, so that'll
be fun.
a loud. It always was a loud game in Ritter, and they've never done it in Mariucci. So that'll be loud.
Okay, you'll be there though, right?
Yes, I'm calling that game on Friday. So
Nice.
everybody tune in. But don't
sure.
tell me because I'll be nervous.
Mortified.
But they play Friday, Saturday. I mean,
Everybody
I
in
don't
the
think,
WCHA plays Friday, Saturday. Again, never
I know.
seen it in my life.
I know. I don't think there's much to say about that series other than that.
We probably know what's going to happen.
Yeah. And then UMD plays St. Thomas at Lee and Penny
I'm
Anderson
excited
Arena.
to see that because I think we talked about St. Thomas having a pretty successful power play just a couple weeks ago, still kind of toward the top of the pack, and Minnesota Duluth potentially taking extra penalties more than necessary this season, even lazy penalties. So I'm excited for that matchup.
I agree. And UMD is 4th in the WCHA, 5th in the country. And if St. Thomas can split like they've been splitting, I think that would be huge. And especially for their ranking, because I think if they don't, that might kick them off. I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Yeah, if they get swept, that could be tough for their top 20 votes.
Especially after they just split with Bemidji.
Right.
So.
Well, Anna split with Providence.
Mm-hmm.
Providence was at the bottom of their conference rankings.
So
they've moved up, but
so we'll see.
So yeah, St. Thomas has more to prove, and they've got to keep it consistent, and they've got to get a good weekend. So yeah, definitely if they get swept, that would be tough.
Yeah, and I do know that St. Thomas has their alumni game on Saturday.
Are you going?
I really want to go. I am supposed to work the men's hockey game, the Gopher men's hockey game that night. So we'll see. I'm trying to switch things around. So I can get
alumni
there.
games. Actually, I'm missing Augsburg alumni game on Saturday.
Oh, they're so fun.
They are
It's
so fun.
fun to see everybody.
I know. We had a blast last year. I got an email personally from coach this year. It sounds like they don't have a lot of girls.
Oh,
I know it's just like a tough weekend, and we're up north at the Blue Ox.
yes, in Moorhead.
Yeah, so I was like, sorry, I got stuff to do.
I'm working. I'm a working woman.
Yeah.
What do you expect of me?
Yeah.
And then Wisco plays St. Cloud in St. Cloud.
Okay. Hey, Wisco, make sure to pay your parking.
Make sure to pay the parking, or else you will pay the price.
Yeah, it's going to be $35 out of your pocket.
They're coming for you.
Who
knew?
Well, come on, St. Cloud.
And then Mankato plays Ohio at Ohio.
Okay, so yeah, this is one of those weekends where it's kind of lopsided matchups, a little bit on every side.
Yeah, I think
Unlike
we've
them.
kind of gotten through like the big.
Yeah.
Everybody's kind of played the big.
Has
big
everybody?
names. I don't think
I
that
think we're missing one.
we're missing one. I don't think that Wisco has played Ohio. There's not very many series left.
Okay, here we go. December 5th and 6th.
So it's right before Christmas.
No, that's 20 days before Christmas. What, you get the Grinch?
Yeah, but then they have their break. So
okay,
that's
yeah,
the
that's
last
right.
weekend.
They go 10th and 13th are off.
Jeez,
Yeah.
Jossie.
So wait, do they have no series then from the 10th?
No, until January. There's a break. What are we going to do?
That's a long time.
What are we going to do?
We're going to have sleepovers.
We're going to go to the ODR.
Beef up our online presence.
100%. Recoup and beef up our media.
There's plenty of hockey happening. The PW. Well, no, there's no hockey.
But speaking of other hockey, Division 3 last weekend.
Division 3 last weekend.
Let's chat about it.
Okay, so UW River Falls and Augsburg played each other on Friday night in a rematch of the semifinal game in the NCAA tournament from last year where River Falls won 4-2. And then they won pretty handily 4-0. That was a pretty solid win for River Falls. Augsburg would have really liked to have kept that tighter.
Yeah. And I do know that River Falls has a senior goalie, Jordan O'Kane. She's from Alex, Minnesota girl. I remember like watching her around the rink and like playing with her older sisters in like summer hockey and stuff. And she played 22 games last year for them. And then this season she's played in every game, and
that's their start. So
I
that's
think
who River Falls is starting.
Yeah, and
and actually online, the gist is that River Falls has had some inconsistency over the years. Like if there's any kind of like black mark on their paper, it's like sometimes their goaltending can be inconsistent. And actually that shows because then the next day after that game, River Falls beats St. Scholastica only 4-3, and St. Scholastica was leading after the second period 2-0, and St. Scholastica's typically at the bottom of the rankings for the MIAC for a long time. They've got some new coaches on their bench, and they're starting to get some new fire there. But so that is kind of really inexplicable for River Falls to come back down to St. Scholastica. I will say, though, Grace Chapman from Blaine scored all 3 of St. Scholastica goals in that game, so she had kind of played out of her mind. And, of course, that can – if somebody shows up out of the blue one night, that can change the tone of a game. But if River Falls is going to have some holes, it is going to be in the consistency of their goaltending. So hopefully she can kind of provide a little bit more consistency than they're used to.
Yeah.
But they've got goal scoring. So the number 1 scorer in the league is Megan Gaudreau. She leads with 9 points over 3 games, and she plays for River Falls. So she'll be a heavy favorite for like a Laura Hurd nomination later this season. But otherwise elsewhere in D3, goalie Lily Peter-Fiso, did I say that right? She's from Roseville, Matamidi. She plays for Lake Forest, so she's got 2 shutouts. She's leading the league in shutouts, 39 saves in 2 games. And then Leah Bosch, she's from Minnetonka, playing for UMass Boston, a senior. She also has a shutout and has 0 goals against right now. And Kendra Nordic at Hamlin from Worlds is doing really well. So also Hamlin is in the top of the goals per game category. So top offense right now, Hamlin and Bethel. Bethel has 6.5 goals per game right now.
Oh my gosh.
Hamlin has 6 goals per game.
I think Hamlin
looks strong.
Really good this year.
Hamlin looks really strong. So Brooke Clems is a sophomore from Chisago out of Hamlin, and she's got the most points right now for that team. That she's got 6 points.
Yeah.
Other than that, WIAC Player of the Week. Let's see. Okay, here's my question. Kelsey Sierniowski. Are you familiar with that name? She played at Chaska, I think.
I don't think
she's
so.
a goalie of the week, and I can't tell if she's from Minnesota or not because there's 15 locations listed online for where she might be from. But
let me look.
I couldn't say her name or anything, and I was like, good thing I'm seeing Olivia today because.
Wait, it says she's from Chaska?
Mm-hmm. But I don't know if it's true.
Like you don't know if she's an OG Chaska girl?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if she's OG. Oh, okay. So Megan Gaudreau is WIAC Player of the Week, but I wanted to note that Jana Lesh, she's a Bloomington Jefferson alum, she was nominated for Player of the Week in the WIAC. And Molly Polkamp as well.
Molly Polkamp, shout out.
Yep.
Brainer girl. Oh. So I played with Molly's older sister, Abby Polkamp.
Oh,
in
yeah?
high school. We graduated together. So Molly was always, speaking of little kids like running around the rink, Molly was always around the rink, or I'd be over at Abby's house and she'd be there. And she's a good player. She's a really good player. She'll be, by the time she's a senior there, like,
She'll be one of these leading scorers.
I think so.
We'll
By
keep our
putting
eyes
up real
posted.
numbers.
We'll keep our eyes.
Of course, I'm biased because she is a Brainerd girl, but
Well, then the UCHC Women's Player of the Week is Meredith Bedger from Duluth. She plays for Nazareth. The Nazareth's off to a good start this season. But she's got 5 points in a couple games for them, and we'll keep our eye on her as well. That's the majority of my Division III key information for the week. But again, it's really early in the league, so there's very few conference games happening, lots of exhibition games. People kind of coming out of the gates showing who put in some work over the summer and who it's paying off for up front. But we'll get deeper into that over probably the break during December.
100%.
Dude, we're going to become a D3. Nobody wants to talk about D3 women's hockey.
I'm going to clip you, and I'm just going to post that.
Put it for marketing purposes.
We're going to go viral. People are like, what? Why are they saying this?
Why would she sabotage
This is
her own show?
terrible.
And then they'll find out that I have this problem where I just self-sabotage everything in
And
my
you
whole
also
life.
play Division 3.
I know. That's I identify as a Division III hockey player.
I actually have a question for you. Why do you think Division 3 rosters, obviously I'm a goalie person, so why do you think Division 3 rosters usually hold 4 goalies? Because in college, or in like Division 1 college, that's very rare. You would you never really have 4,
Well,
and
probably
you
because
don't want 4.
Probably
normally.
because you're not getting money at D3.
So it's like you just need,
There's room. Yeah, you
Like-
might as well have 2. You might as well have practice
like
players.
if you want to come, you can come.
Yeah, basically, right?
Well, but not really. Not
I
like
mean,
if you want to come, you can come. But,
No, but like, yeah, I mean,
but like if they have,
you're not
if
going to
somebody's
play, but you're
interested-
going to be able to play every day.
Yeah, but it makes practices harder too. As
Does
a
it?
goalie. Like if
Well,
there's-
sharing on that.
you have to share, and
No,
you don't get as many shots.
I have 2
and-
goalies this year, and I've never had. I've had 2 goalies, but not in a situation where like my skaters are also skilled enough to design a practice for them. But in this case, I do. I just ask for an extra net every time.
Yeah. Well, 2 goalies is nice because then you get a little break. 4 goalies, like imagine.
I don't give them a
four.
break. I just get extra nets. Split my line in 2. Get these
Well,
girls
you're-
getting 2 reps extra.
At their age, in like 15s and stuff, they don't need a break.
Oh, they're probably okay.
They're fine.
Yeah, we do recovery
They should be
too.
fine.
We do.
And when you go sit at the board, that's our break.
Yeah, that's the thing. I figured I'd give them a break. Sometimes we do like 3-on-3 in the zone with like a coach outlet at the point, and I have them rotate through that one. You know, like
Yeah.
give them a break, but
And like sometimes you play games with one goalie, so then the other one has a break.
yeah. Otherwise, it's just 2,000 shots.
They're fine. They're fine, man. That's how you toughen
No, I
up.
guess I don't have any other good answer than that, other than like
Like I
at
guess you can just have a
D3,
roster spot. Cause
yeah, you can carry how many girls, but depending on the rules, and then it's like you might as well.
yeah,
I don't know.
I guess.
I don't have any better.
And I
answer.
do feel like at Division 3, some girls like don't make it all the way through. They play for 2 years and then they're
come
done.
and
So
go.
maybe
Right,
it's
you need
just,
to like you need like build up your
security.
pool. Yeah, you need to build up your pool for sure.
because if you didn't have a goalie,
You'd be in trouble.
you'd be in big trouble.
You'd be in big trouble. And that, no, definitely at D3, the teams with the stronger goalies are teams that prevail longer through the postseason. It's a critical.
Yeah. And one more question. Why do you think River Falls has been such a powerhouse in the past 5 years?
Well, I think it's because their amenities. What do we call them? Facilities.
Facilities.
We went and toured it. And it's gorgeous. So if you're a player who might be wondering if you're D1 material or not, and you're getting ahead of the game, and you tour that place, it feels like a Division I athletic setup for one thing. But also, Joel Cranston was saying he's picking his kids like the minute these kids can commit, they're committing to him in 10th grade or whatever age, and they're very driven individuals that he picks, and commit early and they just stick to their commitment and they just put their nose to the grindstone, barrel through high school hockey and get to him, and they're just kind of beasts. Like he kind of has a profile player that he takes. They're hardworking, they're big, and they're very driven. So they're not like wishy-washy type people that might bail on him. He said he's never in however many years had anybody transfer out of his program.
Wow.
So that's something
That's
to
impressive.
say. There's got to be something in the culture. There's something going on.
Something in the water.
Well, and actually, ironically, the only other school that we haven't seen anybody the Wisconsin Badgers was another school that like we had like a low number of transfer
very low
outs.
number. I know there's a few because
There's
I
a
can think
few.
of them, but
But it's like both schools winning the national championship from the same state, which is also like nobody ever really like talks about the fact that D1 and D3 national champions keep coming out of Wisconsin. But it's a culture thing and a character thing about who they're recruiting, I think.
I also think it's crazy that there isn't a bigger pipeline for really good junior Division III players, like say from River Falls, to go play Division I.
You'd think
for their last few years,
because they end up having like multiple Laura Hurd MVP finalists from
like
their team,
All-Americans or whatever, but it never happened. It rarely ever happens.
Well, and that's the thing. A lot of these girls are they could probably be being recruited. So, something's drawing them to River Falls to make them feel like they're at home and they just want to be there and stay there.
And I guess you don't want to take the chances of maybe going to play Division I because you don't know.
No, so we thought that was really interesting in our interview with Joe Cranston, just learning about the profile of the player that he ends up recruiting and how that works out for him. It seems to be working out pretty well.
Yeah.
So,
Super cool.
Yeah. Well, that is it for our NCAA coverage of women's hockey this week. Thanks for coming, Olivia.
Thanks, Jossie.
We'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
There's no way around, on top of the mound, I'm queen of the mountain, my cup running over.